In the still of the night, I feel my heart beating heavy, telling me you gotta have more. In the shadow of the night, I see the full moon rise, telling me what's in store. My heart stopped aching, my body started shaking, and I can't take no more. Taste your love so sweet, and I just wanna make love to you, feel your body in the still of the night, in the still of the night. Over here, baby.
Oh my. What happy tunage to start off the show. Hey, we began with Whitesnake. Back in that 80-something or another. Still of the Night. And we finished off. I said finished off. With a little bit of Steel Panther. Glory Hole. Amazing. Intuitive. The kind of church hymnals that even the old like to hear. So celebrate and rejoice while I light this cigarette. Very nice.
Hey, Doc, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
So yeah, because I promised I'd play some Steel Panther. I mean, we did a whole night of Steel Panther poetry reading. But I guess that's been a while back.
Yeah.
I don't think we've I think we're going to have a another Steel Panther poetry night. Yeah. What do you think?
I try not to.
Nah. By the way, good morning, Kadant.
Hi, Doc.
How was your day today?
Long?
As in, long with not a lot to do, but all day to do it?
Long with a bit to do. And mostly waiting for other people to, reply.
I don't think I know what that means.
I don't know how else to describe it.
So, was it more of a good day or a bad day?
It was a meh day.
Meh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Day 12, for quitting smoking. Somebody's got to keep the tobacco industry employed, and that somebody just might be me. But good luck on that one. Okay, so today I got it together enough to clean out the freezer.
Yeah.
Because the refrigerator part in the refrigerator is dead. It's basically a cabinet where lukewarm shit lives. But the freezer is actually kind of refrigerator-y. Like it takes like 2 days to freeze ice in an ice cube tray.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of refrigerator-y. But I decided I'm just going to clean everything out of the freezer. Goodbye. See you later. I did the scrape down on it too. And I put a lot of stinky stuff outside in a box. And I was like, told the kid, hey, take that shit and get it out of there. That's the freezer. We're doing the refrigerator tomorrow. And good God. If there were cadaver dogs around the house, they would immediately be led to that refrigerator. Because it smells like a dead body in there. So hopefully we'll get like a Glade renews it or something once everything's cleared out. Because I'm throwing everything away unless it's actually canned, or like maybe something like barbecue sauce or like hot sauce, something like that. Mm-hmm. Then that fucking shit's out of there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There's Hmm.
Don't hurt yourself now.
Oh, hell. Well, I got an issue.
What?
Um, I got a bathroom issue. So we're not going to do the good mornings yet. I'm a run away for very, very quickly.
Oh dear.
Please feel free to entertain.
Oh gods.
No.
Well, hi everybody. I don't know who all everybody is right now because I'm not. Yet, because my phone is on the brink of death. It's been doing that thing for a while now though, where it's having trouble charging, and I don't know what it is. It could be my case. It could be the port. Um, it will get like a decent. And since I run everything from my phone, makes certain things, a little difficult. Like right now, all I want to do is like, you know, not have to like entertain you guys. No offense, but I don't want to have to do that so that I can give my phone a chance to charge. So that this way I can actually be like, oh, at least semi-active. But yeah. But now I get to do this to you guys. That's gotta be like loads of fun. I apologize right now on behalf of Doc, who is currently suffering from bodily misfunctions, I guess would be the appropriate term. I don't know. I'm just at this point I'm just rambling. And I should go over to the tubs, but that requires like, effort. And if you don't know me by now, you'll know that effort is not my strongest suit. At least not when it comes to YouTube stuff. I just kind of wing it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of random shit to say, random stuff to talk about. Like, I guess I could tell you about my day, but I'm pretty sure none of y'all would be interested in that anyway. It was a long one. I did a Pokemon raid. I was invited to do an X raid, which was cool. Because it was for the speed form Deoxys. If none of you know Pokemon, then this is gonna be completely lost on all of you. But it was for the speed form Deoxys, and yeah, and I didn't have one yet because they're like the Deoxys are only part of the raids, or at least as far as I'm aware. If there's a special like research thing, but anyway, I digress greatly. Like incredibly so. Sorry. Kind of not sorry. This is just what you get. This is what you're stuck with. I'm not gonna apologize for who I am. I am gonna apologize for who I am. I don't mean to exist the way that I do. It just kind of happens. Deal with it. Like, I don't know. What more did you expect, people? Doc. No matter what Doc says, he's like the real draw for this. He's the main reason why any of this got started in the first place. And he doesn't give himself enough credit for that. I don't think anyway. But that's my personal opinion. Doesn't really mean much. But yeah, so I did Pokemon raid, and I did it, and I got the raid done, and it happened, and then I like hung out with Residential Dragon for a bit, like
I'm
she's
working my
playing
way
Skyrim
back.
again, so that's
Whew.
the thing, because she hasn't played as often or as recently as I have, so like I'm trying to tell her how to do like all these things, because I kind of like playing video games a lot.
You're
Doc, are you
mentoring?
back?
You were mentoring?
Kind of. I was just trying to help her with like little things here and there, and judging her and the way she plays
Oh.
because it's just like I see her pass up all of this loot, and I am a loot whore in these games. Like when it comes to like Skyrim or Oblivion or anything like that, like if you show me some loot, I'm going to fucking like I'll find a way to get it. Like I'm currently doing what I consider my bard playthrough
Uh-huh.
because like my character doesn't fight. She just summons people to fight and she'll buy everything because it's just what she does. Like she can kind of intimidate, she can kind of, you know, do a couple things here and there, mostly persuades. But nah, like I created a bard because like that's part of my challenge. Like I like to find odd ways to challenge myself in games that I know like the back of my hand, you know?
Try to bring some new sparkle back to the luster. And Jeremy, no, I would not use any of those terminologies. I tell you what, I will say it as civilly as possible. Today I made stew twice. There, that's all you get for
Blowing
that.
shit out of his ass, people.
Oh, I tell you what, we've been living off like canned food. So, you know, that shit's gonna happen.
Pun not intended.
Pun completely intended, of course. So should we say some good mornings?
Yeah. I don't know how well I'll do right now, just because like I don't know.
No,
Just
you
kinda
got
like
you got your easy out.
I know.
Nobody's ever called you to task for it, but I don't think I don't think there's anybody out there with the balls to do that because you are Kadun and co-host privilege.
Well, that doesn't like give me immunity, you know?
Sure does.
Not really. I mean, not in my eyes anyway.
You've got immunity, and I've got immunity because I can't de-wrench myself. That you can't do that as the guy who runs the stream. So, okay, so I got that out of the way. Good morning, Buzz of the Hive. Good morning, Jay Jones. Good morning, Daytwa. Good morning, Jeremy06. Good morning, Hakita. Good morning, Mr. LM002. Good morning, one of our immortals, Ghost Dog 999. Good morning, Addie. Good morning, Crimson Fucker. And there we are.
Oh dear. Okay. Alright. I think you started with Daytwa. Tell me if I'm correct.
Nope.
Not correct. Of course not. No, I know I can do. Fuck it, sup, bitches. Just at the moment, fuck it. Like, I know you said Jay Jones. I know you'd said Daytwa. I know you'd said Jeremy. I know you'd said Addie. I know you'd said Ghost Dog. I know you said Mr. LM. I know you said Hakira. I know you said Crimson Fucker. If there was any other people, Buzz of the Hive.
Yeah, there you go. That's all of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, fuck me. All right. Boom.
We
A
don't.
plus. I did not bring dishonor.
You get an A+. Oh, by the way, I watched. No, here. Let me flip over to this. I watched Wu Assassin. It's a new one on Netflix. Doesn't look like it was made for this market, so it wasn't overtly SJW-y. Kind of enjoyed it, except for they kind of got the climax out of the way and done. and they still had like 12 minutes left. And they just dragged shit out. I mean, just dragged along the way. And I'm like, fuck, you guys could have ended this a while back. Or at least truncated something. I also tried to watch Exhibit A. It's one of those forensic shows on Netflix as well. And basically the whole gist of it is that our justice system sucks and people keep getting put away for no apparent reason. Yes, Hakia. I have been recommending The Boys. It's the best series that I've watched in the past couple of months. Oh, and good morning, Uzi. What was I gonna? Oh, currently, right now, Zenith Starwind is the Intergender Champion of the World. Although he says that he isn't. So I find that weird. I don't even know if he's working under a mask or not. But yeah, currently he is stream boss. And this is it day 1 now? Or was yesterday day 1? He said, to complete silence. Kadan. Oh, fuck. Did your phone shut down again? Jesus Christ. No, I can still see her. Okay. So, yeah, if I'm just going to go ahead and make an executive call on this, because I think it was yesterday where the belt changed hands, so it's got to be a full day. So this is basically day 1, because somewhere in the night last night he got the belt. That sounds about right, Kadan?
Yeah. I don't know if you can hear me right now.
I can hear you.
Awesome. I am attempting to connect my headphones.
And
I don't know if it's working or if they're dead.
Actually, you just got very much louder.
Oh, there we go.
You sound like you may be calling from the middle of a payphone in New Jersey, but we can hear you. Wait a minute, did we lose you again?
Yeah, no, hold on. I'm working on it.
I'm working on things and stuff. Let's see.
How about now?
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, dear God. Alright, now I can leave my phone on the charger and still be a part of the stream, or at least to a degree, without having to sit in, like, an awkward position.
Alrighty then. You know, they make extension plugs for that.
Yes, well, I have an extension plug that is currently, apparently, deciding it wants to be a fuck-up. So, that's not a thing that's gonna happen.
Oh, okay. Hakira, you would not believe the difference between the comic book to the actual series. The series is a whole lot more cleaned up than the actual comic book. The comic book has some dark fucking shit in it. I mean, I'm talking dark. Well, one of the basic ones I can give away is when Starlight goes to join the Seven, that she has to service all of the guys at once. So they legitimately gangbang her instead of just having to blow the fish guy. And it gets much darker from there. But still, I'm not disappointed with the adaptation. So did we want to explain the CW before we really get deep into stories?
It's a wrench no state here on this stream. CW stands for capitalized wrench no state, which means you pay us money, you give a name. By the way, the money is minimum $5. You write a name in the Streamlabs along with the $5 donation, and we take that person's wrench away. And then you can go ahead and beat them with your wrench. And if they want their wrench back, they have to pay $5. If they want their wrench back and they want to take yours away, they have to pay $10. Simple, easy,
Yeah.
clean cut, to the point.
And of course, the de-wrenching lasts until you show up for the next show.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a permanent thing.
No.
Because we are
We're not much into...
Well, yeah, Mr. LM, if you wanna hop now, this time around, I put like a 24-hour link in the descriptor for Discord. That way we don't have to keep popping the link in. So yeah, if you guys are looking to stop by the Discord, the link is down there in the description. Although I don't know, in all sincerity, I might have to start a refrigerator fund. That's better than, putting up a goal for weed and smokes. Although, there can be some merit to that. But I would really like to have milk again. And there's no way I can have milk with what I've got right now.
Milk is always good.
Yeah, milk does a body good. Oh, and as of 20 minutes from now, I am not allowed to eat because I got like a shit ton of blood work to do tomorrow. Yeah, apparently they're gonna tap me out, take a pint. I don't know how much they're gonna take, but last time they filled up like 8 vials.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no, you'd think that amount of blood could last for a while. So I have no idea. Oh, Jay, fuck the powdered milk, man. I mean, we've got powdered milk to use, or God, what is it? The shit that wifey uses. The evaporated milk. She uses that shit when she cooks and has to use milk. But there's nothing like having a bowl of cereal or a nice big frosty glass of milk with your cookies. Oh, hell yeah.
That does sound kind of amazing.
Yeah. I'm a fan. I'm okay with that. And plus, I'm going through purgatory because I can't have popsicles. You were wrong about that, Detroit. I am almost certain. He said, just put a frog in your milk. It will never go bad. It's an old Russian trick. Trick being the actual word there. Actually, evaporated or condensed milk, it's not a just add water kind of deal. Powdered milk is a completely different thing. Well, no, I mean you can use powdered milk in cooking because it does about the same thing. But then again, she's not getting her coffee creamer either. So, yeah, I'm having to deal with that. Love. Love means having to put up with other people's shit.
Right.
Mr. Ellen, the link is down there in the descriptor. It's the second link that says the Discord. I'm not going to say I'm tired, but, you know, I didn't do a lot of shit today.
So your energy's just a little low?
Yeah. I mean, I did a couple online things, did a couple helping hands, but, I mean, I should have just gone back into the one air conditioning room, which is our bedroom. And
Yeah.
just, you know, it's like I almost have to spend time in there so I can de-sweat. I can stop sweating because I'm not a real big sweater. I'm not a knitted sweater either, but I find myself having to make my body stop accruing humidity because that's all it feels like. You know, it kind of feels like putting on a wet shirt. I don't even know what the humidity is right now. I'm not even going to check. I don't want to know. I don't want to hear anything about that thing. But, yep, wait, I saw pills.
Uh-oh.
Let me go check.
Alrighty. I'll be here.
So.
Yeah?
Ghost Dog 999, thank you, sir. Drop 20 to say to get you real milk and Ice Pops Fund. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ghost Dog.
We appreciate it. We'll get there. We figured out with the secondhand store, it's probably going to be. I thought it was going to be like about $100. It's probably going to be about 125, and that's. You know, I'm not getting anything like, you know, where it's got the automatic ice dispenser or the automatic, you know, water filtration crap. You know, this is not the part of the of a neighborhood where you'd get those kind of things. Because, you know, the neighborhood kids would just come by just to see the fancy machine that we have in our kitchen. Addie's saying I'd rather have the bacteria than the frog. I still no. No frogs in milk. No frogs in nothing. Wait a minute. The Discord link's down there. I am seeing it. I did put it in. Wait a minute. If you got there, let me check 911 to see if you're actually there. Or if you've come on. No. I don't see it. I'll stay in 911 mode.
Yeah, that's always the best when you're initially trying to find the peoples.
So yeah, I was kind of okay with Wu Assassin, and I was not okay with Exhibit A. And I thought, hey, basic forensic thing, like you see on what is it? Was it Crime TV? Where they basically film reenactments, and you can tell, even though it's not. I guess it's technically a Canadian show. Like a couple of them are, because you could tell that the actors right away are Canadian. I can't say how I know this. It's just I know it by how their physicality is. But they do the reenactments, and then there's a conclusion. There is literally, I watched the first 5 episodes. I think there's only 6 for Exhibit A. I literally watched the first 5. There was no ending to it whatsoever. There was no ending. It was like one guy had been accused of armed robbery, and they had proven that he wasn't okay. He was that kind of white trash that's always hanging around, trying to sell his rap tape out of the trunk of his car. And,
oh God!
And he actively would like flip off the police and be like, "Fuck you." He had over 100 arrests for soliciting merchandise without a license. So you could already tell these cops were fucking fed up with him. So they pinned this. They pinned these convenience store robberies on him. They only pinned one on him, and that's because the clerk behind the counter said, "Well, I guess that could have been him." So they automatically railroaded him. Now, you know how when, you've been in convenience stores. When you're walking out, you'll see that size chart on the door.
Mm-hmm.
So that's for anybody who's doing a robbery. The cameras are on that door. And, of course, the clerks can take a look and say, yeah, as he was going out the door, he hit the 6-foot mark, right? So the guy who did the robbery was about 5'8", between 5'6" and 5'8". The guy that they put in jail was 6'3".
Oof.
So they fucked this guy. And yeah, that's how it ended, where they had people come in and say, okay, experts on some type of ology thing, about how they could get, height and the responsive, sizing of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a couple guys like pro bono who were like the best in the United States go, no, this doesn't work. This is not this guy. And the show ends with those guys saying that. There isn't the guy who's been in jail for 10 years going up before a judge and having the case being thrown out. There's no result. It's just, yes, this is what we found. Doesn't the justice system suck? What? Yeah, there is a 911 section. Let me see. I don't see you waiting for anything, Mr. LM. I don't see you actually in the Discord. Am I misreading this, Cadet?
I don't know. I'm not looking at my phone. I have it charging.
Oh, good goddamn.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. I'm not seeing anything. And by the way, you guys want to make sure that if we can recognize you, that you're actually using the name that we know you as. If you've got some other type of nickname change or anything, we're not going to recognize it. We're not going to let you in. That's just basically how it goes. You are correct. This is not Discord. Or this is Discord. This is not Google Hangouts. Technically, Hangouts are not dead. There is a way around them, but since we already flipped over to this version, I'm just going to stay with this until I, because I'm looking at 3 or 4 other types of the streaming providers, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just I'm hanging with that until I find something that I like better or that's easier to manipulate. Then yeah, we're probably gonna stay with Discord for a while.
I mean, I like Discord.
You are having an affair with Discord. You love Discord a little bit too much, and I think it's going to hurt you in the end.
You know what? That's not anything I'm not used to. Hey. Pretty much, I've come to the conclusion that if I love it, it will hurt.
Maybe if you just let it go and it comes back, it was meant to be.
Okay, I've loved it, had it drop my ass and then came crawling back, and it still hurts. Like, it doesn't change much, I'm just saying.
No, they're saying that the link doesn't work. Or at least Fucker is saying the link doesn't work, but he could be drunk. Nah, that link works. Fuck you. It works. I've clicked on it twice. It works. You get no special privileges, fucker.
Who's trying to get special privileges?
Crimson Fucker saying that it's not working, that the link isn't working.
Crimson. Are you intoxicated right now? Are you having certain issues? Maybe due to the amount of alcohol you've intaken.
I'm taking a look at something else. So, yeah. God damn it, why aren't you responding like I need you to respond? Okay, there's my home. Go to where your home is. God damn it, I got a joke for you, Cadunt, but I can't tell you.
Why?
Because people are listening.
Oh, damn it. Everybody, do me a favor, stop listening, because a joke sounds like a great idea. Just DM it to me, Doc.
Okay.
Okay. It sounds amicable enough for you.
Okay, this is you. I'm sending it to you. There, you have it now.
Thank you. I'll let you know if it's entertaining.
Thank you.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
Should I send out? Should I share this? Because we already know. Yeah, that's that. Crimson Fucker, that's the way that it works. That we've got a system to where you have to come in, and I still don't see you in anywhere. And you have to be assigned, or else you are blind and deaf. you have to
More
be
or less,
assigned,
yeah.
and then you can come on.
Mhm. Because it's a good way to filter out bots, and B, it's a good way to filter out douchebags who just kind of like will join a Discord without doing anything in it. Like, I'll do that a lot, where I'll join a Discord and do nothing in it, until like I'm booted, or if the mood strikes me, or I finally remember how to check other Discord channels.
This link is live. I've used it like three times so far, and I've been able to come in every single time. So that half a drink that Crimson Fucker had, or that he says that's the only thing that he's had, I think that drink might be a punch bowl.
Crimson, come now. You should know how to do the thing a little better than this. Should.
Should. I don't know if I have to address this. Ghost Dog is talking about Discord might just knock you up. I think they'd be cute little babies. They would be rampant with OCD, but they would be cute little babies.
Discord might just knock... Wait, what?
Discord might knock you up.
Me?
Yeah, and not in the British way where knocking up means it's a sexy thing.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think, honestly, Ghost Dog, I don't think Discord necessarily has that ability. The ability, that is to say, to procreate.
Well, because I could see you having a kid with Discord, and the kid gets about 2 years old, and be like, more colors! I want more colors in the rainbow! Wait a minute, what? Wait a minute. Mr. LM is in the general.
Yes.
Okay. I am in the general. Okay, he has already been assigned a role. So yeah, once he jumps into the lobby, we can pull him in. Oh, wait a minute, there's Buzz too. We'll bring them both in.
Mm-hmm.
And good morning, Buzz. Good morning, Mr. LM.
Good day. Good morning. My computer's acting up. I think he's got to go to the waiting room if he wants to get on.
Is he in the Discord, though?
I went to the link, even though I'm in the Discord, and it sent me to the page, and then you just stop at the page. But you have to go to the waiting room and click on the waiting room if you want to get on the stream.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is, I'm not seeing his name at all in the Discord. That's why I'm wondering if he even clicked the link to join Crimson.
Because I followed the link, and I'm here, so...
Or maybe did it under another name? Something
Crimson.
that we're not recognizing, but there's been like 3 people sitting there that we have no idea who the fuck they are, so...
I just clicked on the waiting room and then a few seconds later popped in here, so
Yeah.
I don't know what his trouble would be.
Well, you're sober and he's not.
Ah, fair enough. I mean,
I'm making the call right now.
Thing is, I don't think Crimson is in the Discord.
Well, he keeps saying that it doesn't work, and then he's like, "Oh, it won't pass the accept invite." I don't know what the fuck he's doing because, like, I did it 3 times, and it put me right in every time.
He could be at the Discord limit.
I don't know what that means.
You can only know. You can only be a part of so many Discords.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It's a lot of Discords. It's a ridiculous amount of Discords to the point where I don't even know how you could be active in all those Discords. So it's not a common thing, or at least it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like when Discord initially came around, I mean, I was literally in like 48 or 50 of them. And then I just started shaving them down to where I think I'm back in about 24 now. I mean, I had it down to 10, but some people took it as a personal slight. When I backed out, I'm like, I'm not contributing anything to your Discord at all.
Okay, he's saying it's a disconnect between Firefox and the Discord app, so that could be a.
Oh, well, it's not my fault he's
Issues.
running off of Firefox.
Yeah, certain browsers don't want to
So, I need to know more about this, Mr. LM. Were you globetrotting? Or did you specifically just go to Norway?
Nah, I mean, I did have plans to visit Lo-Fi, but the way the ferry and train schedules and all that jazz were working out were pretty shit, and like driving, and basically it wouldn't have worked out great. I would have only been able to see her for maybe lunch one day. That's about it. And so I'm going to try for next year to go see her for at least more than one meal, hopefully.
Yeah.
But no, I just kind of came to Norway because, well, fuck it, why not? Norway has a lot of cool shit. A crap ton of electric cars, which I like electric cars, and they're just fucking everywhere over here, which is pretty cool. Been eating my weight in pizza, so that's quite nice.
I don't really know if they have a lot of cool stuff.
I mean, it's not like it depends. For me, electric cars are really cool. Lots of people on bicycles, really nice public transit. Also, drinking age is like, I think it's 20 for hard liquor and like 18 for beer. So we've been going to bars too. That helps.
I thought it was like 12.
It depends on your choice of European country, but
Oh.
no, it's quite nice here. Though it's kind of freaky. So far north that it's like it'll be 8 p.m. at night and it's just sun's still out. Not even sunset yet. You're like, what the fuck's wrong here? Something's up.
Is it temperate right now? Because I always imagine, like every, I think, North American person imagines that when you think of Norway, you automatically think of snow and cold. And with my friendship with Blackout, he's usually always complaining about it being cold or snowy.
Yeah, I was told they were getting a tropical heat, and I get here and it's like, okay, it's been warm like a few days, but otherwise it's been kind of normalish. I guess they don't have quite the temperament for heat because where I live, it gets up to like 37 degrees Celsius with like 100 Fahrenheit at points, but we don't have any humidity, so it's a bit different. Whereas where I'm at now, it's pretty decently humid, but decently cold, relatively.
Well, it's like when I moved from Ohio and down to the Carolinas, there were people like it would hit like mid 50s, and I'd put on like a jean jacket, and I would see like the residents putting on like North Face down-filled coats.
Yeah.
And just shivering as they went. And it's like, really?
Yeah. I mean, where I grew up is really humid. relatively and cold and rainy. It's kind of like Twilight, but more depressing, which is just redwoods and fog everywhere and rain. And so you kind of got used to the cold. And then, like when I went up to Nevada near right next to the Sierra Nevada mountains, like when it snowed there and whatnot, hardly cold at all. It like I could go out in a t-shirt and jeans. Sure, my fingers might get cold eventually, but it's a lot more bearable than the wet cold that I'd have to deal with previously. Hey, Addie.
Yeah, the only way that Addie's going to come on is when there's somebody special. So thanks.
That is an absolute that's character assassination.
I have to bounce. I just came on to see if that link worked, and it did. So I'll be in the chat. I got a shill in the chat already. So
Fair enough. Take it easy.
All right, brother.
Later. Alrighty.
Thank you for stopping by. And good morning to a Viable Ninja.
Hello, Viable Ninja.
So yes, I'm sorry. Good morning and welcome to the stream, Sir Adamantine.
Hi, Addie.
Hi, Doc. Hi, Kadant. Hi, sexy Mr. LM.
So I don't even know if I even want to bother to approach the other thing.
Go ahead.
What other thing?
Don't make me, Kadant.
Don't make you what?
Oh, you are so grounded. I would say go to your room right now, but you are in your room.
I am what?
I would say go to your room, but you're already in your room.
No, technically I'm in the living room.
By the way, good morning. Failure in the chat.
Hi, Failure.
By the way, let me. By the way, he sent me a screenshot. Crimson did. He sent me a screenshot. By the way,
I already added him to the Discord, and then I decided to go ahead and put my phone back on the charger. So if he hops in the waiting room, Doc, that's going to be up to you.
DMs.
Hmm?
Please.
Hold on, I'm getting to my phone. And while we wait for Gadut to travel all the way back to her phone that is sitting on the charger in the other room, please feel free to enjoy the sound of silence.
Okay, now I see Crimson in the general.
Mm-hmm.
Did you patient him?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. Well, then he knows where to go.
Well, he may not. Crimson, get in the waiting room, you little shit. Too late.
By the way.
So how are the kitties, people?
Both of them just came out of heat. So now, since they're in an oppressive heat, they're laying in crumpled heaps all over the place.
Sounds pretty adorable.
Yeah. They're cute, but good God. I don't know. Wait a minute. Let me also. Bear with me here. Took you long enough. Good God, Crimson. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm hoping you've got an answer for me.
Well, LM,
Yes.
Kookie gave me her first bird sacrifice yesterday.
Oh, that's horrible and adorable.
Horrible and adorable is a good way to describe cats. What was the sacrifice, Addie?
Well, okay, so I just got this cat like a month ago, but she was my sister's cat. She's like 5 years old. She's never been able to go outside, but she's like most cats, and she would always stare out the window.
Mm-hmm.
I let her outside because I've got like a cat door going onto my balcony. And she tends to spend most of her time outside, but then when she comes in, she'll go into I have a cat room, I guess, which is just a spare bedroom. I go in there to pet her yesterday, and like right next to her food dishes, there's a very large dead bird.
I take it by very large, you don't mean goose-sized.
I mean, not some little like I sing a song bird, but not a crow, somewhere in between.
Yeah. We've yet to train the cats to kill the geese.
Yeah, no, they're not taking down geese.
Proper tactics. Maybe. Cats are devious little shits. I wouldn't put it past them.
Okay, I'm completely off my game at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. I'm just gonna say I didn't see any of that. I'm not seeing anything. Apparently, I don't know how 911 works. So I am completely and totally off my game now.
Can I make a general suggestion, Doc? When you use complete sentences, what you say makes more sense.
Yeah, I'm not going to be making sense for a second. Let's see. Also, good morning to Mr. Kerwin.
Hi, Joseph Kerwin.
I'm gonna try to catch back up. So just bear with me as I speed bump along. Yeah, that's exactly. I mean, literally, that's what I'm doing right now.
I'm playing Skyrim.
Oh, lucky you. I forgot my Switch at home. I didn't really forget, but didn't have enough room. Probably should have brought it. But,
Excuse me.
And yeah, Skyrim is available for the Nintendo Switch.
That's freaking crazy. That's nice,
It's pretty weird to play it portably. It's very odd. That's fun.
Okay, I think that'll help me feel a little bit better. Okay.
Playing Skyrim?
Fuck no.
I don't know. I've been on like an Elder Scrolls kick. Probably because like I don't know, it's fantasy, and therefore down my general alley. But I did the things. My phone is hopefully charging. As I'm sitting here in the living room, and I know there are such things as no, get the fuck out of my way. There are such things as extension cables, and I have one that is supposed to be plugged in the living room. But one of the issues that I've been finding with it is that when I have my phone plugged into the extension cable that reaches into the living room, it loses power and does not charge. And I know part of it is something to do with my phone and like my charger cord, and another part of it has to do with the fact that my phone kind of sucks just a little lot of it, and my extension cord kind of sucks just a little lot of it. So yes.
Yeah, I kind of understand that pain, just because every phone I've ever had, the first thing to break on them is the charging port. It gets looser than Pamela Anderson, then you have to hold it a special way to like get it to actually charge.
Hey,
And then eventually it won't charge at all, and then you're kind of fucked. Luckily, there's wireless charging, which is nice, but you can't wirelessly charge when you're doing certain things.
I heard Pamela Anderson does Kegels. So why would she be loose?
Wouldn't hear me.
I can hear you.
Oh, hey there.
Okay, now it's working. Finally, the night where I'm actually the most sober I've ever been, and I can't actually talk.
And a very good morning. Welcome to the stream, Crimson.
Hi, Crimson. I guess we're back to the being unable to talk thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hold two conversations, and one of them is rattling me, and the other one is not. There's only one person who can figure out exactly what I'm talking about right now. By the way, good morning, Grant Sanford.
Hi, Grant Sanford.
Drop the rattling conversation. Whoa.
It's the big reason is because I am a boomer and I don't understand this shit. And in my brain, I keep thinking that I'm not ever going to completely understand what Discord does. So I'm still not going to be enjoying it like other people seem to be enjoying it.
I don't think anyone enjoys Discord. All Discord provides you with this low quality voice.
Yeah.
It's
unless you pay.
Pretty accurate.
If you give Discord money, they provide really good services.
No. It's not that. It's comprehension.
True.
It's being able for me to be able to understand everything that the Discord does, and being okay with it, and how it functions. And I'm still maybe about 50% of the way there, which is still falling very far short.
You're farther than I am.
Oh my God, get out of my way, dog.
Oh,
and you know what the best part about tonight
is? What's the best part about tonight?
Is
I mean, it's to me, Discord is still massively confusing. I'm not gonna lie about that.
I will throw out a random.
Someone in the chat just call me British.
No, that wasn't you.
No.
Okay.
Grant's saying that to Ninja.
Okay.
I will make a constructive criticism, Doc.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the conversation on the stream is going to become thoroughly engaging as long as we talk about Discord. Just going to throw that out there.
I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time hearing you. I can't put my cans on because it's way too humid here. So if I put my speakers up too high, it's going to start echoing.
He said Discord bad, new topic good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am thinking that we're going to have a slam poetry night on the IRS,
nice,
and all the poems have to come from the band Steel Panther.
Oh no! Oh
Yeah,
no!
you let me know when that evening happens so I can skip it.
Yep.
It's happened now.
You don't like Steel Panther?
I don't know, and I'm sure I don't want to.
I played
No,
a song. Part of the play-in tonight. I played Steel Panther's song "Glory Hole."
If you want a song
Sadly,
called "Glory
every one
Hole"
of their
that's good,
songs-
it needs to be what was that other band? 90s band. It's a female singer. No, that's Glory. That's Glory Box. Sorry, forget it.
Oh, is that anything like
Sadly, with Steel Panther, every one of their songs.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of the music you play, Doc, is good, and a lot of the music you play sucks. So who knows?
Now I'm glad I'm always in the park though.
Vile mouth.
Yeah, I'm always in the park, and then I've got Cadunt to bail me out when I have no idea for music, and she provides, let us say, some interesting cuts. Although I didn't think that Miley Cyrus would get us blocked worldwide.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, no, that's like an instant copyright strike. Don't even try it.
It did block it worldwide. Boom, just like that. And then, what was it? Five Finger Death Punch was the follow-up song, and that was blocked in like every island country that exists. And it's like, well, fuck that. I'm not gonna mute that out of the stream.
All right, what will get you blocked rapidly? Miley Cyrus, worldwide. Five Finger Death Punch, half the world. Snoop Dogg, literally Snoop Dogg. You play Snoop Dogg, you're blocked everywhere. I don't know why. Dr. Dre, you're blocked. Strangely enough, about half of Weird Al Yankovic gets you blocked. Weird Al Yankovic, you're blocked.
Hashtag sneezegasm.
Excuse me.
So
I think you're desperately in need of a panel question.
Right.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm kind of pitbulling on this, so I'm trying to break free of it.
Okay, so while Doc suffers, Cadunt step up and be Doc's second hand, and let Doc get to a point where he can.
No, that's not what I do here. What I do is I sneeze in awkward fashions that are incredibly painful for me. I'm a cunt towards the rest of you, and sometimes every once in a while I'll be nice.
Look, all I know is you don't want my panel questions, because we all remember my last suggestion for a panel question.
Ask. No. Do it.
Are you sure? Do you really want my panel question? I'm the
What
guy
did I just
Would you rather
say?
sneeze and turn into a baby, or turn into the other gender, or not be able to tell the difference between a muffin and a baby?
Don't let
Do you
him
really
ask the
want my
question.
panel question?
Yeah, I'm gonna say this that this might not be a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm in Norway. Do you have questions about Norway?
No one gives
no.
No one gives a fuck about Norway.
What's in Norway?
Like, the closest I give a fuck about Norway is, like, I guess whenever somebody wants to go ahead and feel down and they start speaking in their freaky deaky little ching chong language.
I
All
don't
right,
mean
you
to.
know what?
I don't mean to insult anyone from Norway. I will simply say no one in the U.S. cares about Norway until the next time we have to save Europe in a world war, and it takes 20 minutes to walk through Norway.
Yep, right there. And you know we're in a bit of a stall with the thing, so I just want to point out we had the whole CW thing going on, and I see a lot of $5 rolling across the screen. So maybe we could spice this up with a little de-wrenching.
Oh.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and ask the question. Mr. LM, are you returning to us in pristine condition?
Mostly, I guess. Not in the biblical sense.
Okay. Because there was talk in the chat.
I was there. Yes, I know.
You were the one talking, but I didn't necessarily go for a confirmation.
Well, Miss Allie was there. You can go back through the chat logs and see.
Well, I'm sure if you're not returning
sure
back,
you replied to it.
I was going to say, I'm sure if you're not returning back in pristine condition, Miss Allie probably had something to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure we already confirmed this, but okay.
Huh?
You can go through the chat logs again.
I was checking. You know, I've got a Swiss cheese memory.
Okay, fair enough. I understand that pain. No, there there were a lot of OGs out of you during that stream.
Let me take a look at one thing. Okay. I'm almost good on this. Bear with me here for a second.
Oh, fair enough.
Bearing. 1,000. 2 1,000. I'm looking at a pretty low dragon on my screen while you're moaning and groaning over frustrations of technology, Doc. I think I'm winning.
I'm gonna send you this, could I?
Doc, you're gonna make me get up and go to my phone again?
Yes. Do you know why? No, I don't have to tell you why. You know why.
And puppies.
I take it, Kadant, you already have the Crimson Rose.
What?
Hey,
I think it's called the Crimson Rose. You
In
get it from
Skyrim?
Yeah, and it summons Daedra for your bard.
Oh, you're talking about Sanguine's Rose.
Sanguine's Rose. Yeah, my apologies.
Yes.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I'm far away, yeah. No, you already got Sanguine's Rose. Okay, fair enough. I was going to say that's probably your most useful thing you can get for your class. Not most useful, but pretty useful.
Most broken game ever.
It's decently broken.
Skyrim, the most broken game ever. Just make a spell with any kind of stat increase and apply target, self, and soul trap for 1 second. Broken.
I don't have any modded versions or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
For that. That's core gameplay. Make a spell that ups your stat by 10, target self. And then soul trap, target self. 1 second duration.
Yeah, you can't.
There's literally no spell. Yeah, you can't create spells in basic Skyrim.
Yeah.
No, you can go to the wizard. Wait, which Skyrim am I thinking of?
You're probably thinking of PC.
There's only one Skyrim.
Hold on. Are you sure you had sex, LM? Because you're talking in a conversation that implies you've never had sex and never will. I mean,
I think Kanan can confirm that playing
children
Skyrim
to,
does not necessarily mean that you are a virgin.
I have
a long time ago, Doc.
To discount the
I don't
whole
remember
you will never have sex. So at one point,
Crimson. You keep over talking.
I don't remember the phrase, Doc, but several months ago, you more or less said that you appreciated that there were times where I would basically say, "This conversation is boring as fuck. Let's move on."
Yes.
I'm gonna apply that back for the last 45 minutes.
Okay, Addy, you got the reins. Steer this, babe.
No, it's not my job. It's Doc's and Cadunce. I'm just gonna throw out there that I don't think most people care about Discord or nerdy video games. Well, except the ones who do care about nerdy video games, but I hate those people.
But
You hate me?
I love you, Cadunce.
Yeah.
You're much more multifaceted than that, though.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I got a panel question.
I've been trying to think of one this whole time. Like, I promise. I've been attempting to think of one and talking about what I'm doing at the moment.
No,
because
I've been doing
yeah,
like 3 or
I
4
know it.
things at once. So that's why
I know.
I'm going like a fucking chaos symbol. So that's the reason why I've been distracted. But here's my question.
Oh dear.
You got Saturday off. Nothing to do. All day to do it. But you do have to go out somewhere and do some type of activity. Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? And I will start this off with Crimson.
Oh, of course you start with your resident psychopath. Well,
It has to be within legal boundaries.
Yep. I'm going to a park, and I am people watching because I technically can't get in trouble with that, and I can indulge in my more antisocial predilections while doing so.
Fair enough.
Okay, Addy.
Is this question basically if you can go out on a Saturday afternoon and do whatever? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to a nice restaurant, have a really good prime rib, and get drunk off of martinis, and hopefully sleep with the bartender.
Oh, but restaurant martini price.
What's that?
The price of martinis in restaurants, though.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, this is a go out and do anything that you want to do, so we're okay with that. Mr. LM?
Let's see. Either go to local restaurant and get country fried steak, or go to Denny's and get their basically Egg McMuffin on steroids with bacon cheesy hash browns, which is delicious, and then get some pizza afterwards for later. And that's probably it. The activity is eating, and I'll be doing it at home and in public.
If you recall our conversation from a few months ago, though, Mr. LM, never go to Denny's and get a country fried steak.
Yeah, no. You don't. When you go to Denny's, you don't get any. You don't get any burgers. You don't get steaks of any kind. You get eggs, pancakes, waffles. They can do that.
Yeah, because if you go to Denny's and you order a country fried steak, which is what I did, inspired by Mr. LM, kind of.
No, I did not. Yeah.
I said kind of. I'm not laying out accusations here. I'm just saying. You might as well just order a salt lick.
Well, there's a reason why they call it shit on a shingle.
Very true.
Proper country fried steak is delicious. Bad country fried steak is the worst fucking thing you've ever had in your entire life.
I couldn't even.
Don't forget country fried bacon.
I couldn't even finish eating this one because it was so salty, and I'm not even opposed to salt. That's how gross it was.
What you do is you go to Denny's and they have their it's not their meal deals or whatever, but it's like the 2-4-6 menu or something like that, and they have this. Basically, it's Egg McMuffin on steroids. It's shaved ham, bacon, egg any way you want it on with cheese, and then on what do you call it? English muffins, and then you have cheesy bacon hash browns, and it is so good for $6, just perfect.
The sad thing is, my McDonald's doesn't have that.
It's not a McDonald's; it's a Denny's.
I don't even have Denny's. I got a Waffle House.
No, you don't have Denny's? Oh God. I mean, I don't have a Denny's within. The nearest Denny's for me is like 45 minutes away. But fucking A, is it worth it when you're hungry and it's like 1 a.m. and no one's open?
That's something you'll never
Oh.
hear anyone else say ever.
Oh, it's so bad. The shitty ass little town I live in, I have a Waffle House, and the next closest thing is a Waffle King. Literally, I just Googled it. The closest Denny's is 112 miles away.
The funniest thing with Denny's is like when you go at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., all it is old people, drunk people, high people, people with munchies, and then crazies. And then the staff, obviously. And that's kind of like a mix of all of the
sorry.
above, so.
Excuse you, I'm not always drunk or high or.
Why you
Okay,
in
never
Denny's
mind, you
at
got
7
me on the
morning if
crazy.
you don't have munchies?
You should.
I don't smoke weed, so I can be
you
in
don't
a
have to smoke
Denny's.
weed to get munchies. You can get the munchies in the
Right.
morning just from being hungry.
Kadanta, are you saying sometimes it's the pills?
Oh, I wish. Dear God, no. Whenever I take like a nice amount of my medication, it doesn't give me the munchies. It usually just I'm not driving anywhere. Like that's for damn sure, though.
Oh, well, at least you're responsible enough to recognize that. But, no, I mean, Denny, like, sometimes I'll wake up at, like, midnight, 1 a.m., and I'll be like, fuck it, I'm hungry, I have nothing in the house, and I'll just drive 45 minutes to Denny's, because I'm fucking hungry, and Denny's is open. It's the only place.
LM, I kind of see where you were coming from, but about 5 years ago, Denny's ruined themselves because they got rid of the best thing in their menu, which was actual bone-in buffalo wings. So now they're
No, those are still. They still have them.
they don't have them here.
Oh, that's
So they're just not on the menu. You have to ask for them.
And I will say, they made some of the best buffalo wings. As odd as that sounds, they made some really good buffalo wings because they weren't like if you order buffalo wings from say Domino's, which is a hellhole of a food place to begin with, but theirs are like too fat and too thick and like too undercooked.
Oh,
Denny's
yeah.
Denny's were nice and cooked well.
No,
Not,
the first
you know,
time, yeah,
not
the first
burnt,
time.
but sorry, go ahead.
The first time in years I had wings, I got them from Domino's, and they were slimy and fucking. Whoa.
They really
I
are
was,
slimy.
It was like I was eating oysters, and I've never had oysters before, but it's what I assume an oyster would feel like, except it's like lukewarm.
Yeah, Domino's wings needs to be in the oven for like.
And now that I get everything fixed on the tech, it just keeps it just randomly disconnecting and reconnecting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have a tip for that Denny's sandwich. When you get it, you eat it over on top of your bacon cheesy hash browns so that the egg yolk drips all over it. So you don't spill it just on the plate and waste it. And then you got this yolky, cheesy, bacony, potatoey goodness to finish after your sandwich. So fucking good.
No runny eggs. Just not a fan of the runny eggs.
Well, you like yours over hard?
I like mine scrambled.
Oh.
Or like fried.
Oh,
I like over easy-ish. I don't want it to be like. Sometimes they'll be like sunny side up when they meant to be over easy, or they're just barely over easy, and it's just nasty. But there is like a very fine line of deliciousness where you can still have runny yolk.
Are you
like
saying
an orange color?
Over medium?
Yeah, it's like over medium, but over medium is kind of. It's hard to accomplish. Usually they'll either do over hard or over easy. I guess I should say over medium. That's the optimal thing.
You would all run my eggs.
But like freaking a lot of times though, when they do over easy, they'll cook it not enough and it'll just still have that like sulfury taste, and it's like, ugh.
So I think we're up to Kadant. I think we lost Fucker too.
Yep. Good on, you're up. Batter up.
I guess it's a Saturday night and I can do whatever I want.
It could be in any time on Saturday.
Anytime on Saturday.
Yep, early morning, late into the evening.
And money's not an issue.
Correct.
I'm traveling.
You've only got one day. Where would you travel?
Wherever the fuck I want. Like, it doesn't matter. I have the money to travel.
Yeah. If money's not an object, Dawn can get a private flight to wherever she wants and be back in 24 hours.
Too true.
Yeah.
That's. It depends. Outside the country, you ain't getting further than Mexico or Canada. Inside the
No.
country, yes.
If it's a private flight, she can get to Italy and back.
No, not in 24 hours and back. She can maybe land in Italy and come back, but like that's a. What's it? That's like a. I know from LAX to Norway, that was like a 13-hour flight.
Was it nonstop?
Yep.
Oh, good
Well,
God!
You need a
you
faster
basically-
plane, young man.
Wait a minute. It doesn't like Air Virgin do like the Concorde like runs?
No, they don't have any Concorde planes flying up and operational, not even privately owned.
No. I mean like Concorde runs, because it's like dipped to the atmosphere, and then the Earth spins faster, so you get there quicker.
Okay, but if you're talking about money is no object, could Duncan hop into the back of a F-35 and get there real quick?
Well, they're single seats, so probably not.
What? All right, well, she can sit in the lap of the pilot then, I guess. She can double
I don't think there's
her
room for
qualities.
both joysticks in that situation, okay? You gotta get real friendly with that pilot if you want to make room in that plane. But, no, realistically, even if she could, or if money was no object and she could, I mean, in 24 hours, she might be able to make it to Italy, get on the ground, get back in the plane, and leave immediately. And maybe make it back in 24 hours. Or maybe, technically speaking, I guess she doesn't have to be on the flight until just before the 24 hours runs out when she's already paid for the flight. And then she's just sitting on the plane, broke, on the way back.
By the way, did Kadun give her answer?
She said travel.
No, essentially she would just go somewhere.
I never gave any specified destination, but I'd definitely I definitely would be enjoying steak, sushi. I'd probably want to go someplace where I can sit next to a warm fireplace with a book and maybe like video games, or something. I don't know. Like I want a multitude of different possible distractions. But I would want to travel outside of, nice, warm, sunshiny California.
Fair enough. Well, if money's not an object, you just stop by my place, pick up the Nintendo Switch with Skyrim, and you can just plug it in at your restaurant and enjoy some Skyrim while you eat your delicious steak and sushi next to a warm fire.
Sushi. What?
I've never had sushi before, besides a California roll.
I don't believe in sushi. I think everyone who says they love it lies. It's raw fish.
You know what's funny is I've never had sushi, but I've had a raw quail egg with hot sauce. In a sushi place.
No, sushi, just no. Not a fan of it.
Yeah, I've tried it like 3 different times. I'm not talking about the California roll thing. I'm talking about real stuff like raw tuna, raw octopus. I've tried it like 3 different times. I've spit it out every time. It's gross.
I've had like flames. I've had like seared mahi mahi, where it's basically just warm on the outside and raw on the inside. And it wasn't bad, but it's not like I'd order that again.
The only meat that you should eat mostly raw, prime rib.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I believe a proper chef should be able to cook any sort of beef well done and have it be delicious.
No, because you're taking an essential element out of it. You're taking the blood out.
Not necessarily.
Yes,
What do you call
necessarily.
it? I had what do you call it? I went to there's this kind of fancy touristy restaurant near me, and they had steaks and like some other crappy cobbler piece of shit thing with mushrooms and crap in it. And it's like $50 for the combo. And I was like, fuck it, I'll get a steak. Why not? I got a steak, and I wanted it well done. It was so perfectly done. It was well done. The gristle was just perfectly cooked, so it was like buttery, melt in your mouth goodness. Normally, I can't eat the gristle worth of fuck, but it was like butter almost. It gets in your mouth and it just melted away. And so I ate every scrap of that fucking steak. And I went to go get steak again, and I did it one more day, and then I went to go get it again, and they took it off their menu because they had a seasonal menu bullshit thing. But that was the best well done steak I've ever had, and it was perfect in every single way. When's the last time you had a steak where you could eat the gristle and it was delicious?
I don't eat gristle on a steak.
Exactly. Normally I don't either, but this was literally just melt in your mouth goodness. It was cooked. I don't know what they did. Maybe it's dry aged. I don't have a fucking clue. It just melted.
I'm gonna have to say, for mine, I think I would probably rent out the local planetarium and have a lot of very high grade LSD.
I knew that was coming.
And spend the whole day there. They can hook me up with one of those camper helpers, like one of those little porta potties next to me.
Let me guess.
You forgot something.
Is Led Zeppelin going to be playing during this?
Fuck no. I'm not a Zeppelin fan.
Oh, what is wrong with you?
You forgot something, Doc.
Play
Floyd. In the beginning, you made the stipulation that it couldn't be illegal, any of the activities.
Oh, it's not illegal.
LSD?
Yeah.
It's illegal in the U.S.
Not in my U.S. It isn't.
It's legal federally. Illegal federally, so...
I'd have it prescribed.
Just like everything else, LM, it's only illegal if you get caught.
It's kind of hard to get caught with LSD unless you got, like, a lot of the raw stuff. That's me. You can't just swallow a whole freaking eyedropper worth of LSD and come back from that.
Well, yeah, because legitimately they're too little. You could take like 2 little paper tabs, or if you had liquid, you could just pop the liquid. But yeah, I'd want now if it was something that I couldn't do under the influence of drugs or alcohol, I'd probably either fly over to the Carolinas or down in Arkansas and do a little mining, because I've never mined anything really. And I think it would be nice to pull something, pull something cool out of the ground that, wasn't like a body or something.
Fair enough. I've been meaning to go gold panning. Do other few things. I also got a metal detector that's specifically for set up for gold, but I have yet to use it properly.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about grabbing things out of the ground, I choose opium.
Well, then technically grows above ground, but I see where you're going on that.
I kind of really want to just get a big ass chunk of pumice and make it into a boat and then go like whitewater rafting with it.
Holy
With a seat, obviously. I don't want to just sandpaper my asshole away. Okay.
I was gonna say, man, if you get into like some white water, you're gonna be experiencing some technical difficulties.
Yeah. Well, I just like the concept of floating rocks. It's so cool. You know? A rock that can float? What is this madness?
I'm not sure pumice would float if you were laying on top of it.
Pumice can float.
Not
You
if
just
you're
have to have
laying
a wider.
Not if you're laying on top. I think that might, those.
You know how much an aircraft carrier weighs? It weighs like 60,000 tons. Anything can float.
It also isn't porous.
Well, the reason it's porous, and that gives it its ability to float.
Not when there's a human full of like water and shit laying on top of it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look this
only
up.
mostly full of shit, okay? But if I can get a big enough piece of well, if money's unlimited. I could get a big enough piece of pumice and make a boat out of it. It might be a mile by a mile long, but it would be big enough. God damn it!
I'm looking it up, and I'm not showing anyone who has built a pumice boat yet.
You could get a floating inflatable duck for a lot less.
Holy fuck! Wait a minute. I don't know if they're lying about this. Okay, I gotta go to the website.
Oh, is it? Are they
It's
talking about the
saying-
giant thing of pumice floating in the ocean?
Oh, that's the name of the guy who took the picture. Was Pumice Stone Boats?
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing pumice boats anywhere, but yeah, I'm thinking, if you're looking for a leisurely day of rectal agitation, then yeah, grab yourself a pumice
Yeah.
stone boat.
I mean,
Well,
got an
and bear
itch
in
you
mind
can't
you are
scratch?
talking to Mr. LM, so
ugh, not that type of agitation. Jeez.
Oh, good God! It gets better though. Is it me or does Crimson Fucker just keep bouncing in and out?
Bouncing in and out.
Okay.
Oh, Zell's in the chat.
Oh shit! I have not kept up with the chat. I've been trying to kill all these DMs. Good morning to TP. I have been in the Discord for an hour waiting to ask a question. I have got a role, seen the whole Discord, then lost said role, and was moved to another room thing. Safe to say no question then? That's a good question.
I'm pretty sure based upon your viewership, you're used to rejection by now, so there should be nothing new.
Oh, good God. Let's see. Good morning to Zell. I finally found you in the chat there. Good morning to Vikala. You're going to ask a question about milk. That's interesting. Okay. Well, I mean, I think Zell knows where the Discord is, if he wants to come to it. Now, I don't know. A lot of things have changed since like I was a kid. Insert your own mental joke here, but Denny's. To get back to this, Denny's was a place where emo kids who liked to smoke cigarettes hung out into the late evening, the early part of the morning, because they really didn't have any place to go and they couldn't legally drink anywhere.
I think those kids are now at least in their 40s since smoking became illegal indoors.
Well, they closed down our last Denny's, and you can't smoke any place publicly. But they closed down our last Denny's, and it was because of that whole racism thing. Denny's be racist and shit.
Yeah.
And ours wasn't racist. They just had waitresses that didn't give a fuck. I mean, it didn't make a difference what color you were. They would ignore you just like anyone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have any Denny's around you?
There are no Denny's now.
I'm really sad to hear that. Actually, I mean, I know the pain, but my pain's lesser than yours.
If I could think of any state north of the Mason-Dixon line where there should be Denny's, it would be your state.
Well, no. Here's the thing. Waffle House snuck in, and so all the drunks and shit ended up going to Waffle Houses.
Fuck. Now I'm really craving Denny's. One thing I will say about Norway is when it comes to craving foods, they don't really have anything convenient. Like they got 4 brands of chip or 4 types of chips. You got sour cream and onion, paprika, salt, and like the most recent interesting one I've seen is Italian herbs. That's it.
Ugh.
Don't they primarily just have herring?
You know,
They have a lot of that, yes, but
I could go for.
well, it seems like I feel like for eating healthy, Norway is a great place because there are no really good snack foods. There's just like chocolates and then some chips. And, like they got Oreos, which is interesting, but at the same time they also have really good food. Like I've been eating a shit ton of pizza, and this pizza I've been getting has bacon, egg, ham, onion, or no ham, pepperoni, onions, and I get Parmesan on it, extra Parmesan. So damn good. Never thought egg on a pizza would be good, but holy god, is it good. Wood-fired oven, delicious.
But I'm now trying to run through my Western European countries for ones that would be good for food. It's not a long list.
Yeah,
but Italy, Spain, and France. Everything, all the others, just kind of gross.
And Norway, surprisingly, has had a lot of good food. I haven't been eating a lot of specifically Norwegian food. I haven't had herring and tomato sauce or anything of the sort. I haven't really had much seafood, though apparently you can get whale in certain ice cream trucks, which is interesting, like whale meat. So I might try that.
Gross.
Well, it's not cooked whale meat. You gotta defrost it and then cook it, but
not making it less gross.
Anywho.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the good thing with that.
Apparently it's high in fat, so it's good when properly cooked.
Well,
I never make a habit of eating it because
there's this thing called bacon. It's high in fat and it's fantastically beautiful.
I've been eating bacon, but I mean, it's whale. It's already dead. I'm not going to try to create more demand.
Oh, I'm not trying to save the whales. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm just saying it just sounds gross and needlessly complicated.
Well, for the longest time, everything ran on whale oil.
Yeah, but you're not eating whale oil.
No, but you're eating the other parts of the whale.
Wonder how that smelled, by the way.
Yeah, and Eskimos use whale blubber for chewing gum, but you don't see me jumping to try that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anywho, no, I haven't had any proper Norwegian food where I've been in Norway, but all the food here is really good so far. The only bad food I've had here wasn't even that bad, it just wasn't good. It was Mexican food, and they had no fucking clue what they were doing for everything except for nachos. Like, they couldn't even make a mojito correctly. But otherwise, it's been good food.
I really could not see them doing drinks that are typically considered, of the what's the word I need to call it? Not Spanish in influence, but Hispanic. There we go. By the way, good morning to Minty Yagami in the chat.
Speaking of Mexican food, by the way, quick funny little thing. I went to Mexico City once. It's not exactly Acapulco as far as like tourism goes, right?
Okay.
These were the restaurants surrounding my hotel: Dairy Queen, Burger King, and Starbucks.
Yeah. Well, Mexico City is like it's Mexico in quotations. Like if you want to go to Mexico, go to Baja. You just go in it's the middle of fucking
Well, no, I
nowhere.
don't want to go to real Mexico. In fact, there are plenty of parts of Mexico City that were literally cardboard shacks. I stayed like down the street from like the U.S. Embassy and shit. So I mean, granted, it was the nice part of a horrible city, but yeah, there was no Mexican food to speak of.
Okay, well, now that would bring up a good panel question.
Mm-hmm.
What's the worst place you've ever vacationed?
Ooh.
And
England.
let me get Zell in here. Good morning, Zell. Welcome to the stream. He said, as Zell was on mute. Hi,
My
Zell.
bad. Good morning. Thank you for
Zell.
having me.
Our panel question is, and we're not going to hit you with it first because you're just hearing it. Where is the worst place that you've ever vacationed? So, and I think since LM's on vacation, let's go ahead and start with him.
England. Foggy, rainy, overall shitty. I stayed in London. I think I've been to London 3 times. Yeah, 3 times I've gone to England. I stayed in London. Even though they have a surveillance state there with cameras on every light pole, basically facing every direction, I couldn't tell you the amount of bicycle frames I've just seen bolted to like light poles and such, because people roll up in vans and disassemble your bicycle and take everything they can off of it and then just leave it there, and then the police leave a ticket on the bicycle because somebody parked their bicycle for too long, or on the bicycle frame rather. The food's basically shit everywhere you go. I mean, the chains are decent, like Burger King and whatnot. They're not overly bad because they're fast food. They're held up to a certain standard. Indian food's decent there. No, everything needs a lot of ketchup. But wherever you're going, for like traditional English food, unless it's fish and chips, it just needs ketchup. Like I remember one time I got a ham steak and fried eggs, and the eggs were hardly fried, and the steak was cold. Like, not cold as in just sat out for too long, cold as in it was like fresh out the fridge and they just cut it. So, yeah, England, probably the shittiest place I've ever gone to vacation wise, and it only seems like it has gotten shittier with time.
Oh, but now you can get acid attack there. That didn't used to be the case. I mean,
oh yeah.
Sorry, guys, I had to wait for the police sirens to die down. Well,
never vacation there.
Yeah, it is. It is 4 a.m, so somebody almost made it home from the bar. Addie.
I didn't vacation there per se, but I took a trip to Seattle and I drove up to Vancouver, British Columbia to see a hockey game. And that is the basis of why I hate Canadians. Canadians are dumb as fuck. They can't even operate a highway system. They're so goddamn stupid.
Well, I mean, it depends on where you go, man. I go up to British Columbia like once a year. No, not once a year, like once every 2 years. Where I go, it's pretty chill. It's just hippies who smoke pot and take shrooms.
When you take a 5-lane freeway and you decide construction should take it down to 1 lane, you might be dumb.
LA?
No, that would be Vancouver. That'd be why I missed the first half of said hockey game.
Well, Vancouver is kind of like we want to be the Canadian LA.
LA is pretty shit. That's one thing I will say. No. I changed my mind. LA is the worst place I've ever been to. It just looks like horrible, and it's even more depressing than England. They probably have better food, but it's more depressing.
It can be, yeah.
No, I mean, when I was flying in, I just remember I flew in twice because I missed my first flight because fuck Southwest and fuck LAX. But just the amount of houses, as far as the eye could see, that were just 1 story tall, fucking everywhere, and there's like 2 trees per block, and the only other green spots are the golf courses, and there's just smog. And then you can see the traffic from fucking like 10,000 foot up. You can just see all the fucking. You can see all the cars just moving slower than dick leaving LA. And
When I used to go there, as a kid, it didn't register for me until later. But like we would stop by to get a snack or something, and I can't tell you the amount of times that like actually going there as a kid was my first experience. It was my first time becoming aware that men dress like women, and that's a thing. Because they would be everywhere, and most of them would be homeless, and they would just be like puking on the side of the street from being too drunk, or just sloshing around. And I would just kind of mentally block it out. I'd be like, okay, we're not here for that. Whatever, that's weird, but that okay.
God.
And then looking back on it, I was like, oh my god, what a dangerous, like fucked up place.
So
I don't want to.
So would that be the worst place that you've ever vacationed?
For me?
Yeah, Zell.
No, but what's funny is the moment you asked the question, I was like, I could go right now. It's very easy for me.
Oh yeah, go for it. It's your turn.
Okay, cool. Mexico.
Yeah.
I was with this girl for quite a while, and she had family in Mexico. So I'd visit her family with her. And I just remember never feeling safe. And
what part of Mexico?
I'm trying to remember. I can't remember the
Juarez.
No. But it pretty much looked like a bit of a. It was like a post-apocalyptic city that it's been a while since the apocalypse, so they've had time to rebuild.
So not really a touristy area, you're saying?
I don't know if it would be, because again, like, only reason I survived is because I went with the girl I was dating and her parents, and like, just don't be dumb and don't leave them. So I would just stay close with them, and that's like if you're with like a Nicaraguan and 2 Mexicans and you're dating one of them, like that's your safe card. You get treated differently as long as you stick around them and you make it known, like, I'm with people that are from here and can speak your language. You're okay. But there was one time, probably one of the scariest times of my life, I got separated from them. And I was furious, and I had to I walked around this, and dude, just walking around the sidewalk, walking by building, you could just feel it. You could feel the looks, you could feel the you could feel that some group out there was just waiting for their moment to do something to me. This tall white suburban kid. So luckily I found them and I stayed close to them for the rest of the thing. But that's the. I wouldn't recommend going there without I guess you call it an ambassador of sorts. I wouldn't recommend going there without an ambassador of sorts.
As somebody who really hates the white part of Mexico in quotations, like the really nice hotels and whatnot, I'd highly recommend going there if you want to go to Mexico, just because Mexico's pretty iffy right now, especially with the cartels and shit. And
just don't ever go.
Yeah, I think it's worth waiting until the drug war's over, or at least Mexico told us to go fuck ourselves in terms of drug enforcement. If they make all drugs legal in Mexico, then
And don't get me wrong,
probably
I
would be
found when I was there, I found one of the it broke my mind because you go to Mexico, what are you surrounded by? Mexicans. And then we walked by this one shop. I don't even know if we went inside it. It wasn't a shop, sorry, it was like a little restaurant thing. But we walked by it and I just glanced in, and the owners were obviously Chinese. But if I don't know how I can describe this properly. I'll just say it blatantly. They were black Chinese. And if you've ever seen a black Chinese married couple screaming at customers in Spanish, it broke my fucking mind. That was the only craziest thing I saw there. I mean, it's almost depressing how much it is like the movies. Like when it comes to Mexico and I see it in a movie, like 99% of the time I'm like, yeah, that's it. It's a horrid post-apocalyptic wasteland with kids kicking around a deflated soccer ball in a dirt field. I experienced that exact thing.
Yeah.
We went to a restaurant right next to a couple kids kicking a deflated ball at a dirt field. I was like, that's it.
Yeah. My dad was one of the lucky ones, and he used to go down to Baja all the time when he was younger, and he'd go in like a convoy of like old, basically whatever beat up thing he had. He had a couple old beat up Land Rovers at one time, and then he had an old Volkswagen thing, and he'd just go down to Baja, and basically these things looked as shitty as possible, and even the Mexicans knew that the Land Rovers were trash. My dad switched out the normal motors for Chevrolet. I think they were 250 inline sixes, and so they actually ran pretty decent. But the Mexicans saw the Land Rovers, and they're like, "Those are pieces of shit." They didn't even fuck with them. The only thing they would steal off of them are like tires and shit.
Mr. LM, I was gonna say, I do remember another experience I had that, like, because just going there, I guess I'd recommend going there just to have an eye opener of like how good you have it here would help, I guess. One of the other things I discovered was, I'm sorry, go ahead, Doc.
By the way, I've been a bit remiss. Good morning, Bunny, and good morning, Ace. I did not say hi as they came in. I'm catching up, guys. I'm getting there. I'm getting on the slow roll. Okay. Kadant, are you still around?
I think that's a no. Want to continue, Zell?
Yeah.
I was waiting on Doc.
Okay.
Oh no, go for it. I think we're gonna have a minute before Kadant's back with us. I know she was having phone issues.
But one of the other things I discovered in Mexico is how horrid, and it's kind of like it gives you like when I was experiencing it, at least when you see it firsthand, it just makes you feel so gross and gives you like those shivers or whatever of like, oh God, I'm glad I don't experience that for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But like I discovered how horrid their emergency response system is, because we had to stop off at this one place, and it was kind of like a long stretch of road, and then there was like this dirt area carved out on the side where, you know, it's very similar to like when you go to Vegas and there's those stops along the way.
Mm-hmm.
So we stopped there, and then I noticed, I'm like, what are all these cars that are doing like 60, 70, what are they swerving around? They seem to be like moving around something. And it's a dead body in the middle of the road. And there's a bicycle next to the dead body or something. I don't know what the story was, but there it was. and I remember I went to my girlfriend at the time's father, and I was like, should we call, could you know how to call their emergency services? Should we do so? And he pretty much relayed to me, they've been called, and it's very normal for dead bodies to not be moved for like 12 hours plus. They just sit there and you just avoid them.
Yeah, that's
You
Yeah.
want to know a scary place? That's a scary fucking place.
Well, that's the number one thing I've heard from like a lot of vets and whatnot is just they're like, oh yeah, join the military, and the thing that struck me the most was the guy, especially the guys who didn't serve in combat because they didn't see a lot of shit. But like they're like, yeah, all the places we get deployed to or whatever, or we're stationed at, are shitholes. Basically, you go off base and it's a shithole. I will say though, I've had the opposite experience in Norway, where it's just I go here and I'm like, wow, it's actually pretty quaint. At least where I
still
am.
really want to go to Norway. I still really want to go there.
It's really cool, honestly. Like, there's pretty good food.
Did I drop or did everyone go quiet?
You must have dropped because we're still going, buddy.
Yeah.
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 No, but like everywhere, like I'd say not half the cars, but maybe like a fourth, maybe a fifth of the cars are electric here. So, and you just see like the funny thing is there's tons of Teslas driving around, which is really interesting. And then good food, lots of bicycles, really nice public transit. Let's see, I'm trying to think of what else.
Well, it's awesome because they're white, is what you're saying, right, Mr. Ellen?
Well, technically speaking, I think they have basically an ethno state. Though I will say is Addy, you'll like this. They hate the Somalians as much as you guys do. If not,
oh, you just won Addy's
well, that's because they live right next to Sweden and they've destroyed Sweden.
no. Like they have Somalis here, and they're like, the Somalis are always getting into fights. They're always just getting pissed off about shit and fighting. It's just, I'm like, what? Did you just say that? Like I've never heard that anywhere but from Addy, and I'm like, oh, Addy will like this, and so it's. Yeah, I mean, I watched two Somalis try to get into a fight outside of the 7-Eleven, and the 7-Eleven guy was just like blocking the door, trying to keep them from fighting inside the 7-Eleven.
I mean, you have to understand, if there's any place in the U.S. that is the U.S. version of Sweden and Norway, it's where I live. Somalis included, so.
I mean, there's not a ton of Somalis, but like apparently
there is
enough
if you
of them
go
that
to
they.
Sweden.
Well, yeah, not in Norway. At least not where I've been. There's not a shit ton of them, but there's enough of them that people hate them. Trying to think of what else. A lot of people in Norway speak English, and you can get English menus in most places, which is nice. Well, it's a really quaint place. It's nice to visit. There's not a hell of a lot to see, in my opinion, but there's good food, and it's a very peaceful, happy place.
Did everybody answer the panel question?
Not yet.
No, we've got Kadunti next.
What do you need? What do you need?
Oh, there she is.
Where is the worst place that you've ever vacationed?
I don't take vacations.
Ever? Never ever have taken a vacation?
Closest to a vacation was when I went to Massachusetts.
Was it bad?
I mean, I got snowed in, and it was cold. But, I mean, I don't know, generally wasn't, like, bad. I didn't really experience, like, much. It was only for a few days.
Kadun, I forget, did you ever go to the Philippines?
No.
Okay.
I've never gone. I've never left the country. Okay, when I was little, my family and I guess, took a trip to Tijuana.
Ooh.
It was shit. All I could really remember from that was that's it.
Your memory serves you well.
That's all I really remember was like it was just like some dilapidated rundown shithole. My dad wouldn't let me eat any of the food that was there. He wouldn't let me get any of the gum that was there. He was tempted to buy one of the bracelets, I guess. Like they had like there's like this, woman or whatever selling bracelets or I don't know. It was but and that wasn't really part of a vacation.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I was again, I was young. I was too young to remember too much of the details or the purpose. I just remember it was very brief. And it was such a small moment that it didn't really register anything in my brain.
Yeah.
I would say the worst. I would say the worst place. Technically, it wasn't a vacation, but it was kind of a getaway. We were going down to see my ex-codependent, my codependent at the time, her oldest son, graduate from Fort Bragg. Or no, not Bragg. It was Knox, Fort Knox, because it was in Kentuckiana. That's that place, that mythical place that's in between, Kentucky, Ohio, and Illinois, or Kentucky, Ohio, and Indiana. So they call that region Kentuckiana. And she said, "Yeah, I found this cute little hotel that we can stay at, and so we're gonna hang out down there, and then we'll we'll go watch him graduate. We'll have the weekend down here, and we'll hang out with him a little bit, and then we'll go back to real life and jobs." And so we went down, and the place she picked was a little place called Little Biff's, or excuse me, not even Little, Lil Biff's Motor Lodge. And Lil Biff's also happened to be a place where all the indigents and the hookers stayed that couldn't afford any housing around Fort Knox. And yeah, we got propositioned every time we tried to go to the ice machine. And the snack machine was closed down because somebody had already tipped it over and shook everything out of it.
That's wonderful.
Oh yeah, we had a television that got all the broadcasting channels, and they had not Velcroed the remote to the top. They actually glued it to the top of the TV. The bed, which we did thoroughly check to make sure there weren't any bed bugs or anything, so we were happy about that. It had one of those, you put a quarter in it and it vibrates. So it's like, okay, what the hell? We'll put a quarter in, and we put it in, and about 30 seconds in, we started smelling like how like electricity when it's sparking.
Yes.
So we were just like, where's the fucking plug? Where's the plug? So we ripped the plug out of the wall. It killed that. It was kind of nice too, because we could tell that the people who had stayed there before had enough enough kindness and consideration to smoke in the bathroom, because that's where all the cigarette burn marks were. There were so many burn marks in the tile that half the tile was basically, it was that linoleum shit was up and gone. And the shower, I don't know how they built this shower, but there weren't any actual walls up for it. It was more like brick. It was like cinder block. And coming out of one of the walls was literally a pipe. There was no shower head. It was just a pipe. And that's where your water came out. My most favorite part of it was there was a nightstand, and we opened up the nightstand, and there was a Bible in it. So I picked up the Bible, and pot seeds started rolling out of it. So somebody had used it to seed their dope. And we stayed there, and the last thing I did was, before we left, I put a pack of condoms in the Bible like a bookmark, hoping that we could prevent future generations from actually being created in that hellhole.
Wow.
It was pretty awesome. Let's see. Okay, so I don't know. Do we really need to talk about Bill Clinton in a dress?
The what?
Bill Clinton in a dress?
That's
What
up
did he
to
hop
you,
in a
man.
dress and claim he didn't kill the guy?
You guys haven't seen this thing?
No,
Oh.
I'm actually fully aware of what you're talking about. I know a lot about it.
I am not.
Supposedly, when they were going through, when somebody back in 2012 was going through Jeffrey Epstein's mansion, they said they saw a picture of Bill Clinton posed in a Hillary dress, a blue Hillary dress, in a chair with his legs crossed over with these red high heels on, and him pointing a finger like the old.
It was a Lewinsky dress, is what you meant to say.
No.
Yes.
It was a Hillary Clinton dress.
No, it was the blue dress that Monica Lewinsky wore. It was the infamous blue dress.
I'll post them.
Yeah.
Because I've got them. Okay, hold on. Let me know context tweet some shit.
Hillary doesn't wear dresses anymore because she has cankles.
But I will point out too, I believe this isn't a crazy theory. I think it's been proven, if I'm correct. The photo was released.
Dude, I don't know. I mean, because they say that they took this picture almost on a drive-by snap. By the way, here I'll do the 3 pictures in sequence. Because this is supposedly the picture that was taken. That somebody took this snap in 2012 while they were going past a room. Okay. And here is the picture supposedly image enhanced. Because nobody actually has a physical standalone picture. So there's the one that's been enhanced. And here's the dress. Now, they have it in the first picture, the Monica Lewinsky dress, but the one that he's wearing is not the same one of the infamous Lewinsky blue dress. Here's one that Hillary Clinton wore, and this looks a lot like what is being worn in the supposed painting. So there's our first no context tweets for the evening. And yeah, Daily Mail apparently has done some research on this, but it's Daily Mail, grain of salt time. They said that the actual original painting is called Parsing Bill. It was painted by an quote-unquote Australian-American artist, Petrina Ryan Clyde. Really? Are people really using the term Australian-American? That doesn't make any sense.
What?
Does she have dual citizenship? I mean, I could see Australian/American if you had dual citizenship, but usually when you come to America, they make you give up your citizenship. Australia does the same thing, unless it's changed. So,
By the way, Doc, are you aware that like you're cutting in and out, so sometimes it's difficult to understand what you're saying?
am I cutting it out?
You'll pop out every now and then.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Let's see.
It's not
What?
bad, but it's frequent.
Let's try this. Let's see if it does any better for me here. So yeah, apparently this was a somebody has admitted to doing this painting. It's supposedly called Parsing Bill, and it was done by Australian American artist Patrina Ryan Clyde. Once again, I have difficulties with being able to justify somebody calling themselves an Australian American.
One thing I will say about all that crap is it's kind of remarkably stupid how it is to get citizenship in a lot of countries. For example, in a lot of countries, you cannot get citizenship without renouncing citizenship of the country you're currently a citizen of. But at the same time, once you do that, you are a citizen of no country, which in that case, if they told you to go fuck yourself, you're basically fucked. So, the nice thing about dual citizenship, or at least temporary dual citizenship, is you can renounce your citizenship after you already have guaranteed citizenship.
Well, yeah, once you gain citizenship, like in America, normally they make you renounce citizenship in another country. Australia, unless the rules have changed, Australia had the exact same policy. Once you become patriated, then you need to give up your citizenship. You can't have dual citizenship. I don't know if that has changed, but both of the countries usually dislike carrying dual citizenship. Because,
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I know somebody who has triple citizenship. Like they have, I think it's a Canadian, a British, and an English passport.
well, the Queen owns them all, right?
Well, U.S. English passport, I meant.
Wait a minute.
So.
Oh, I thought you said Canadian,
like
UK, and
yeah. So Canadian, United States, and England is where the passports are from.
I would find that hard to believe.
I would too, but I could have misread them. I know it's, technically speaking, it's relatively easy to get citizenship in a given country, depending on the country you want. For example, you got 30 grand to drop in the shitter. You buy land in one of those island territories, and you get citizenship automatically. I forget what it's called. It's like one of those really small Caribbean island chains that's its own country, technically. But for 30 grand, you can become citizen of a country that does not have an extradition treaty with the U.S. The more you know.
Well, let's see here. Does the United States recognize triple citizenship? Okay, well, guys, this is Quora, so once again, grain of salt. The U.S. government doesn't actually recognize multiple citizenship.
Maybe one of the passports was expired. I just remember seeing all three belong to one person.
Well, usually any country, once you patriate to them, will effectively take away any type of multiple citizenship things. I know I had a buddy who was going to move to Australia. He was an engineer, and at the time, they had need for them because Australia can get pretty picky about how who they take in. Who they allow with the job market. But he was told that if he patriated in, that he would have to give up his U.S. citizenship. So he said, fuck that. And never did it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the U.S. is a pretty decent place to be a citizen. That being said, we definitely do have a lot of fuck shit in the U.S., but we're also have probably we There's really no country like us. 300 million people, the most culturally, ethnically, and what's it called? Biologically diverse. I'm trying to think of what would the term climately diverse? I don't know. Climate-wise, we're extremely diverse as well, and we're also a large country with a lot of room that hasn't been around for a long time. So, like, we have a lot of problems that are unique to us. So it's kind of hard to compare to others. That being said, we definitely got room for improvement, but compared to most of the world, we're doing a hell of a lot better than them.
I'm honestly because one of the things that I was told early on, that the whole citizenship thing had a whole lot to do with a country being able to claim taxation on you.
Well, Doc, the U.S. is one of, if not the only country that if you can have dual citizenship, but if you still have an American citizenship, you'll be taxed at American rates regardless of where you live. Like, you can have like Canadian and U.S. citizenship. You can live only in Canada. The U.S. will still tax you for everything they can get out of you, which is almost unheard of in the Western world.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know several stories about British directors who fled off to like Italy and France and other places where the tax liens were easier on them, and they essentially were just fleeing from the tax man. So they didn't have to pay anything. But if they ever got a job where they were shooting in England, most of the time they had to turn it down, because the moment they stepped foot on soil, they could be arrested for tax evasion. I always found that fun. And let's see. I just want to make sure. Okay, great. I had the availability to finish up my very last DM, which is nice. Not gonna answer any more DMs, guys. I gotta focus a little bit here. But yeah, did you guys have a chance to take a look at the Bill in the dress picture?
Oh, let me see.
Let's see here. Addie, I'd be curious.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the pictures?
No, but I'll take a look now.
See, that looks no, that's a painting, no wonder.
Yeah, they are saying that it's a painting.
Yeah. I was gonna say, either that's a horrible Photoshop.
Wait, are you talking about the Clinton pictures?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw those. I just immediately dismissed those as something stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you mentioned Clinton and wearing the dress, I was like, oh, don't tell me they got a picture of some 12-year-old sucking him off in fucking Epstein's house.
Yeah,
We can only hope.
It's an amazing thing. I mean, it kind of feels a little bit like somebody's throwing this up just to kind of deflect. You know, the old when somebody's trying to focus on something, you do a loud bang, and it shakes their attention and focus. I'm not too keen on. I mean, Zell, you were talking about how this is probably real. I mean, even if it is real, I think it's kind of taken away from other things that are being relevant at the time. I mean, there's been reports that at least one of the guards heard screaming or shouting coming from Epstein's cell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then there's reports that two guards, because I guess it was two, they both happened to be sleeping, taking a nap for 3 fucking hours or something.
Were they spooning?
I'm not sure. I will say, forever fuck Ben Shapiro for having the worst fucking take I've seen on this that I've seen personally.
I honestly didn't get his take. But before we do that, good morning, Adawolf. Please continue. Oh, by the way, hello, Tom. Welcome, Penoid.
Good day.
I had no idea I could just get in.
Yeah, you're
gonna have to fix that one, Doc.
That makes life so much easier. I won't just like drop off and like be all fucking retarded because somebody. And I'm sorry, Adam, if I didn't mean to interrupt my brother. Do you think?
Oh no, just saying. Good morning to him in the chat.
Oh,
everyone
all right.
The worst internet ever.
Well, I'm in fucking Norway, so I have an excuse. Okay, sue me.
Oh shit! What are you doing in Norway, man? What, did you get
aren't
bought
you
by a
boning
fucking
that one girl?
I am staying with Miss Allie currently. Yes.
Have you done it yet? You did the sex, right? That's right. Didn't
yes,
you?
Zell, we've done the sex.
It change. It's gonna change your whole fucking worldview. You're gonna start thinking about some things at least very differently. If it was good, at least. I hope it was good.
It wasn't bad. It was just.
Oh, that's rude live.
God damn.
That's rude live. You're supposed to say she's just incredible.
Nah, like yo, if it was mud, it was
Denoid,
hang on,
Denoid,
hang on, Zell. Hang on, Zell.
He already needs.
You
your
missed
advice,
the other
Denoid.
stream. I have well, she has a nickname, at least in this household, is Chinese Finger Trap, which she stated herself. So yeah, it's not an issue there. It's nice, but it's
okay. I'm just saying, like you're learning new things. One of the new things you just learned is never ever describe how good the woman that you're with at the moment and banging. Never describe it like that ever again, especially publicly.
Yo, what you want to do is like take like one trait of the sex and like push like make that really important.
I think you guys are misunderstanding me. I ain't hating on nothing. It's good. It's not bad.
I think you're misunderstanding me. Stop describing like that. Like we're giving you chances right now. Okay.
Yes. Okay. I'm trying to think of a way to.
Okay, is she ever going to hear this live stream?
No. Zell, it's as simple as he's not saying it's negative in any way, shape, or form. It's probably not. It probably wasn't anything that he had built it up to be.
Yeah, I think it was overblown.
Because like he'd always talked about how he was holding out to actually for his first to be somebody he cares about and it'll be special and something like that. So that in and of itself, out the window with this. So it's not it's not like there were the fireworks, like that a lot of people would expect to happen for the first time.
Don't ever take this from a woman on this stuff, buddy.
No. Well, hang on. I think Kadun's kind of hitting the nail on the head there because
I don't think she is. I don't think she is in any way, shape, or form. And I'm gonna tell you why. All right. Let me explain to you why.
Oh,
All right, if
Well,
the pussy is good,
Penoid.
what?
Let him finish speaking his thought, and then you can go in with yours. Yeah.
Speaking his speech.
Well, I think I just I set high expectations for it, and it met it. I know a lot of people set low expectations for it, and then they're completely blown out of the water. I set high expectations because I wanted to be with somebody I cared about and somebody I believe to be a genuine person who I trust and all that shit. And yeah, it met expectations.
That's good. That was good. You should have started with that one. That one was good.
I'm bad with words, okay? I'm also a virgin. So, well,
Fair
I
enough.
was a virgin.
Look, fair enough. Fair enough. That's why I said you're learning things.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yo.
Thank you,
Yeah, look
Kadun,
here.
for being smart. Well,
No.
better with, I don't know how to say it better. God damn it.
Yo, all right, look, yo, pussy, all right, especially your first one, should legitimately like blow your fucking mind. Like even if you already blew it up to be like the most amazing shit, like it should blow your fucking mind. Like you should be like telling everybody like, yo, I had the sex and this bitch she left a giant puddle on the couch.
I got a question for you, Tom.
What up?
You ever have a good internet connection? What the fuck?
Yo, dude, why the fuck is my shit echoing?
I don't know why. Why is your shit echoing?
I think it's echoing
Because you're so goddamn loud.
Wait, who's echoing? Wait, who the fuck is echoing? Yeah, who is it?
It was echoing
stop
before. It was echoing before you got here, Pinoy. But you just have this. Are you always calling in on when you're driving or at work or something?
Well, yeah, I was. I mean, like I'm making a new video when I get home.
By the way,
about what's going shit.
By the way, good morning to Sweet Vale, and I'm trying to scroll back up, Bunny, to find your question here. Let's see here. I hate that my nickname is there when I actually didn't do it. I donate if I had the money, but someone donated blaming me when they removed someone's
Doc is
wrench.
breaking in and out very
Is there any way to fix that? Actually, I can always go back and take a look to see that. I can always go back and take a look to see who donated. Like somebody donated in Starwin's name last night to throw a wrench beating on Sparky. But it wasn't his name that did the donation. So yeah, if you catch it in the same time, then I can look it up then. But you know the way that the payout thing rolls, I kind of get donation blind with names to figure out who specifically did it. But yeah, if you see it pop up at that time, you know, you can automatically hit me with a DM or hit me on the chat, and I can look it up automatically. So with that said, good morning, Medicare Fembot. And please continue.
So how you been, Tom?
I've been working my motherfucking dick off, burning my candle at both ends. I had a rough week last week. I'll be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I had a rough week last week. You know, but this week it's turning out to be better. I got some money in my pocket. I got a brand new gun to make up for the fact, and some new shoes to make myself feel better about last week going sideways. And,
Fair enough, man. Well, shit happens. That's really all I could say. I mean,
you know, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like fucking, like I got a long, arduous path ahead of me, and I gotta do what I gotta do and handle my motherfucking business, and that's kind of my man. But on top of that, yo, man, fucking dude, Adamant, how do you feel about tax evasion? I feel like it's a good thing.
Shut up, Tom. Shut your stupid mouth. Shut up.
I'm not going to say anything that would incriminate me at this point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that like being a tax evader, all right, is like as American as apple pie.
Well, Are we talking tax evasion or
boy.
tax? Because remember, I have a degree in accounting. Are we
Yeah, I
talking?
got you.
Are we talking tax evasion or tax avoidance? They're two very different things.
I'm gonna say like if you have to self-report and you go, I'm gonna tell the government that I got half of what I got, right? And then you know, what I mean, like you only pay as much as you absolutely have to. I think that's important. Like nobody should be like going out of their way to pay taxes.
I hope someone in the IRS is listening to this
Well, I
live
mean,
stream.
I mean, here's the thing: if you do that, unless you were actually like getting money in cash,
Mm-hmm.
The IRS can always find out if they choose to look.
Yeah.
And if they choose to look, you're going to at the very least pay penalties unless it's really egregious, in which case you're in really deep shit.
Yeah. Usually
So
the
yeah,
first time.
So you have to consider how much is the risk versus the reward worth to you.
Yeah, usually the first time you're caught, like, oh, you owe taxes, they'll be like, okay, you pay what you owe and a fine.
It's not. It's not about first time. It's about amount.
Yeah, it depends. For your average citizen, it's first time. First, if you, I'm imagining Pinoy didn't win the lottery, and it just has like.
I'm gonna trust
up his
the
asshole
gay
smuggling
accountant.
over state lines.
Trust me, if there's one thing I know about, it's this. It's about amount. No one's ever gonna send you to the federal penitentiary for like $500 that you screwed the government out of on purpose. If you screwed them out of tens of thousands, you better learn how to suck cock.
Well, it's federal prison. It's a bit different from normal prison.
No, federal prison
the
is not a fucking joke.
The federal prison is the bad one, LM. It's not the good one.
It depends. Depends on which one you go to.
Yeah, look, I would rather serve all my time in county jail than fucking serve any time in federal prison.
Well, okay. Jail and prison are two very different things.
I don't think you understand how bad the county is. The county sucks, but federal prison, like you're there with niggas who's doing life and shit. Like that's a whole
Let me
different
help
thing.
you out here. Let me help you out here. I think Mr. LM is under the impression that there's something other than county and federal.
Yeah, it's called
when it comes
state.
to prisons.
Yeah, state prison.
Oh, there's
Okay,
state.
and I think he's confusing the jail and the prison terms.
Well, no, I'm saying Pinoid said he'd rather be in county jail than federal prison. And I'm saying that's two different things. Jail
What do you
and
think
prison
jail
are
and
two
prison
different
are?
things.
What do you think jail and prison are?
Well, prison's generally
Well-
longer sentences, jail shorter sentences, lesser crimes.
Right. So the one that has the longer sentences, you don't think you'll be surrounded by worse people.
No, I'm thinking in a state. I'm thinking in a state prison is going to be a lot worse than a federal prison.
LM, let me give you the only bit of advice about incarceration that matters to you.
Yeah.
You do not want to be behind bars with another lonely man.
Yeah, no shit. Okay. Now, what I'm saying is there's
you
a lot
far
of people
more
who are
so than
incredible.
anyone else in this stream.
Are you doing tax evasion now, Mr. LM? Is that why you're so curious about that? I don't understand.
Fuck, I hardly make enough. Okay.
The dude
I
gets
think-
pussy for 1 week, Pinoid, and now he's already worse than you.
Yo, pussy, you'll have an effect on you, man.
I got like 20 kids on the way. Don't you worry, Zell.
Fuck
No,
yeah.
I ain't doing that bad.
Oh.
I mean, he did go there and double the fucking population of Norway. You know?
I sure the fuck hope I don't got 20 kids on the way. Jesus Christ. That'd be some scary shit.
Be 20 nice kids.
No, it wouldn't be 20 nice kids. It'd be 20 fucking degenerates. Oh, Pinoid.
We just keep having dropouts.
Yep. Oh, he's back.
Can you just stay dropped out, Pinoid?
Why?
I just-
Yeah,
just-
well,
I hate
Are
bad
you being
connections.
a little whore today?
A what? A little whore
Me?
to what?
Are you being a little whore today? Is that what's going on here, Zell?
Yeah, I'm being a bit of a little whore. I'm all cranky, so I don't like the bad connections.
Why are you cranky?
I don't know.
I bet my
Because he's
connection.
not getting any pussy.
You want me to kiss it and make it better, Zal?
Yeah, kiss and make better.
This is super getting gay. This is getting really, really gay.
I'm just trying to get it as gay as I can in this room so that you leave. How about that?
Fuck you, robot 17 looking ass nigga.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're alive, Pinoid, and doing at least decently well.
I'm all right. I'm all right. You know,
If I give
doing
your
what I do.
Patreon $2, will you never come back?
I possibly could do that, but it's gonna cost more than $2.
Oh fuck.
Can you gather up any more money?
Oh.
I mean, I gave Mad Dodge $20 today to stop being a cunt.
Yeah, I saw that actually, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing, Pinoid?" Okay,
What?
that's plenty of good sandwiches, right?
Okay,
there.
I got to throw out a shot. How much does it cost to get the old Pinoid back?
Oh.
To get the what?
The old Pinoid back.
What old Pinoid?
The one from 3 weeks ago.
Well, we're all in agreement pretty much. Like, Pinoid, I don't know if you know this, but we're not completely retarded. So, like, we notice your change. You're not the same guy. We don't.
What do you mean? I'm not the same guy. I'm the same dude. Like I came in the other day.
You used to feel so dangerous and on the edge, and I was like, "That's so hot," and I'd fucking jerk off my big ass boner to it every night. But now it's like you're not giving me anything to get hard on anymore. You're just so safe.
Now you're all
Sesame Street.
You're self-censored.
Well, not on other people's streams, but like on my channel, yeah, a little bit, nigga. Like, okay, here's the deal. Like, I am highly concerned that the government's gonna because my last YouTube strike, they said I was glorifying violence and glorifying the shooter. That's what I got a strike for. Right. So like, I'm highly concerned that I'm gonna end up like getting investigated over some red flag. So like, I'm trying to calm down on my channel. But like, yo, the other day, like, legitimately, like, me and fucking Gaming and Yelling, like, we invented new ways to make fun of fucking Irish people and shit. And by the way, everybody needs to wash your belly buttons. You know what I'm saying? Yo, give yourself an Irish support.
Oh yeah, Pino, I forget you live in one of those communist states with the red flag laws.
Yes. You know what I mean? Well, and it just like, and the federal government wants to crack down on it. I'm like, nigga, I am not interested in getting investigated by fucking Donald J. Trump and his fucking DOJ. I got enough bullshit in my fucking life.
How many different amendments do those red flag laws potentially break?
A lot of them.
The first, the second, unreasonable search and seizure. So we're
right to due process.
Yeah, but so does the fucking Patriot Act.
Yeah, but Pinoid, you shouldn't be afraid of the federal government because of the red flag laws. You should be afraid of every chick you've ever fucked because of the red flag laws, and every family member you've ever pissed off. Because
that too.
Because like literally any person you've ever dated can, if they were spiteful enough, request or say that you are suicidal or violent or something, and then
are you catching on to why I said the thing I said earlier for advice? Just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just being honest here with the red flag laws. Like literally,
hold on,
family member or somebody you dated several years ago.
Zell, what was your advice?
What's up?
What was your advice that you were referring to?
Way earlier when I was like, "Hey, don't describe your experience with this chick like that. You gotta just describe it as awesome." This kind of goes back to it because
I'm not describing.
Let me finish, sir, because it could be 1 year from now. It could be 5 years from now. As we just witnessed with Tonka's latest stream on me, it was, 10 years ago that I almost had a kid with a chick, and now she's saying I steal piggy banks and beat women. You don't fucking know. You don't fucking know what's going to happen or when the switch could be flipped, especially with women. Oh no, I generalized there. Oh no.
I never heard about the piggy bank thing, but okay, the more you know.
Well,
Anywho,
Zell, simple solution to that problem.
Yeah. Addie's gonna keep trying. I'm sorry, Addie. I may be a bottom on birthdays and other things, but
No, I
like,
was hitting on Zell, not you. Get over yourself.
Oh, goddamn! Chatty as fuck.
Addie, can you make me a
oh,
child?
Addie's butt hurt. Ooh.
No, I can guarantee you, no matter whatever happens, my butt is not hurt.
Whatever you say, bud. Sounds like somebody got a little bit angry.
What the fuck is this gay shit? Like, why are we talking like children?
I don't even fucking know. Can we like get on some semblance of a subject?
Go ahead.
Actually, I think this is a good time since it's 5 o'clock to go ahead and close it out.
Oh.
All right,
fair
bitches, chill.
Yeah, I'm Tom Peace. Come and check out my channel. I'm a motherfucking be doing a whole bunch of economic news. And if you subscribe to my Patreon for $1 a month, you can hear the old Pinoid, you know what I'm saying, still doing what the fuck Pinoid fucking does without having to worry about leftists coming and red flagging my goddamn channel and trying to get my guns and my kids and my family taken away from me. All right? So, I'm not your motherfucking boy.
And next up, Zell.
I got nothing. There we go.
I didn't hear a word of that.
I said I got nothing.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go to Sir Adamantine, but I have a feeling I know what he's going to say.
Well, I love to disappoint. You're correct, Doc. I have nothing except to throw out there, Ninja. The best thing your shithole country could do is sink into the ocean.
All right.
European?
Oh, he's a dirty little Brit. You know, they love acid attacks and confiscating spoons.
Okay. Mr. LM.
Well, all the people in the stream put out good content, even Kadant. And, yeah, it's worth subscribing to them, watching their shit. Not much else to say. Everybody try to make sure to get some yummy food in your belly, plenty of sleep, and have a wonderful day.
That was beautiful. That was really nice advice.
And, Kadant, do you have anything you'd like to show?
I don't know. I just had my metaphorical dick like gobbled down just a second ago, so let me bask in that.
Okay. Yeah, there's my links down there.
Yeah, you like my content, don't you, you dirty fucking whore?
Whoa.
Oh my.
I'm going to go ahead and show Renovations GoFundMe.
Oh.
Yeah. They had some pretty heavy rains, and that helped them to discover a leak in their kids' room that kind of fucked some shit up. Yeah, so they're trying to get that fixed. I believe the link is in the description below. So if you guys could click that link, if you can donate anything, it'd be appreciated. If you can just share it out, that'd be amazing. Anything you can do, it'd be worth it. So please.
I've got links down there. You can check them out if you like. Yeah. I'm having a difficult time this evening, gentlemen. So, and of course, ladies in the chat. So I will say thank you to my guests this evening, which include Buzz of the Hive, Mr. LM002, Sir Adamantine, The Crimson Fucker, Zell Striker, and of course, Pinoid News. So, thanks to everybody who was on the stream, and thanks to the people who make it so lively in the chat for my mystical, magical, malevolent, maleficent co-host, Kadut, and myself, Doc Griffin. Hey, thanks everybody for stopping by.